nice to see you again, Crispin.
Thank you.
First of all, a slightly more serious question. From both a personal and a professional standpoint, what's your point of view on, well, particularly AMVs? For example, people using, well, what's technically a copyrighted video clip in a music video.
I guess the question, he's asked about AMVs, anime music videos. I guess the question is, who am I to talk about it? Because I'm A, not a legal expert, B, I'm not the copyright holder, C, I don't watch them that much. I mean, so it's like I'm not sure I'm the authority on this. Frankly, the person to be asking how people feel about anime music videos are the licensing companies. You know, you should be asking Bondi and Geneon and Funimation and these guys what they think about that. Because as far as I'm concerned, you know, I'm not involved in that in any way, shape, or form. Now, if it had my voice in it, I might have some opinions about it, but that's not what a music video is. It usually doesn't have any voices in it, so I don't know.
I second your non-opinion with a slightly different non-opinion of my own. I think that in general, copyrights exist for a reason. However, there's what they call the fair use doctrine. If you're not using it to make money, I personally don't have a problem with it, unless it's my voice. But I know that it makes things very difficult for companies that own copyrights of things that may want to do something similar to go ahead and do it because it's already been done. So I think, you know, it's one of those really weird gray areas, like how do you feel about downloading music or file sharing or whatever it may be. There's a place for everything, and I thank the Lord above that I am not responsible for making those decisions on a daily basis.
Because the other problem is that if you allow someone to infringe on your copyright, it becomes harder to enforce it later. So a company almost has to try to come down on someone doing something, or else it becomes hard for them to stop a real infringement of the copyright. Does that make sense? And it is. It's a gray area. And frankly, because the copyright laws probably need to be rewritten or adapted in some way so that artists can still be compensated for the work they do, but so that we deal with the reality of the fact that it's just so easy to copy stuff digitally now. But that's another whole family.
That's a whole other family. I mean, there's also, along the same lines of Dave and Kristen, you know, if you are downloading anime series, which I know a lot of people do, there's the copyright infringement on that. And what ends up happening is that if you're buying less anime, in the long run, there's going to be less anime produced because the companies don't have the money to put back into buying new titles to bring over. So, I mean, there's a whole thing that's wrapped up in that. As far as the music videos go, I'm sure it's in the long run. You know, for me, as long as my likeness isn't being used, my voice isn't being used, I don't really have a say in it. But the companies might have a different viewpoint, you know.
I love it. I love to go on YouTube and see cool videos with Azula. There's one about her being anorexic. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know if she's not, but it was just very interesting. I don't know. They're not making any money off of it. It's just for entertainment purposes. I like it. And I think like a lot of these people might end up in the future doing things like that. So I think, oh, good, another budding director. So anyway.
For Kristen and Dave, do you ever watch the Naruto Shippuden episodes?
I have not watched the Shippuden episodes. Have you watched the Shippuden episodes?
I have watched 3 seconds before and 5 seconds after every one of my lines being in. Because that's all they show us when we're in the booth. So honestly, I haven't seen whole episodes of the Shippuden at all.
And is Itachi in Shippuden? Yes? Okay, we got... Oh, so we haven't gotten there yet. So I'm sure that's the part I see eventually.
This is for all you guys. I was just wondering, how did you guys become voice actors? How did you get into the business? Is it something you fall into, or is it something you actually went and pursued?
Anyone?
Yes, I will answer that. At first, I kind of fell into it, into like the dark abyss, spiraling. I got asked to do an audition just by chance, and I ended up booking the part. It was a commercial, and they didn't pay me. I heard myself on the radio, and I was like, "Hey, that's me. That was my audition." So that's how it all started. But once I got to LA, it's a whole different baby out there. I mean, I think you really have to put the energy into it and pursue it, you know, in order to do work. Hi. Hey, hello. Oh my God! Finally, somebody to keep me warm.
What are we, chocolate?
They're
This side? Yes, you are.
You know what? It would be even more fun if you guys came over here.
And I guarantee that somewhere out there there's somebody animating an AMU video with that in mind.
Oh yeah. Hey, we should tell our joke. No, you tell the first part and I'll tell the punchline.
All right. This is I'm going to warn the parents ahead of time. This isn't as bad as it sounds. And you may have already heard it, but it's a joke that has made the rounds of every anime and animation studio that
In
we've
LA,
been in.
like 10 times.
Here's the question. The question is, what are the 2 sexiest animals in the world?
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Brown chicken, brown cow, brown chicken, brown cow. Thank you. Thank you.
You know you're already
I
telling
was
me later.
feeling bad about picking your stage, but nothing more.
Talk about leaving on a high note. I never said it was.
And then, you know, the way how did you write? We will be telling that joke.
She'll all be walking around
I've ever
going,
heard.
brown chicken, brown cow.
I'd like to give him a round of applause for these amazing guests. Now, this panel will be streaming in about an hour and a half on ClearNet, so you'll be able to watch it. I think you'll be able to watch it online later as well. And so you can watch yourself and go, crap, what was that? And they will be signing upstairs from 2:30 to 4:30, and tomorrow will be 10:30 in the morning as well. We just didn't do a session this morning because I had them on stage. Crispin will be doing a panel or 2 during the show, so check the schedule for that. And at 1 o'clock today. 1 o'clock today in the level 4 room. So check that out. That's the first panel, and then there's another panel tomorrow. There's another panel on that stage. But check your schedule. If you don't have a schedule, head up to the information desk on level 3, just outside the EA stand, and they'll give you a schedule which will see where everything is. One more round of applause for these great guests. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Oh. Yes. Thanks for coming out, you guys.
If it weren't for you, we'd have to get real jobs.